So, all employers in the UK have a responsibility to prevent illegal working. And this is done by carrying out right to work checks on all employees before they start work. So, what are right to work checks? Well, in a nutshell, right to work checks involve checking that prospective employees have the appropriate immigration permission to not only work in the UK, but also to do the work you intend to employ them to do. Historically, this involved asking employees to provide certain documents proving their right to work. Although, as we move to an increasingly digitised immigration system, there are now a few different ways these checks can be carried out. And Katie is going to run through each of these shortly. As I've already mentioned briefly, there are three main ways of carrying out a right to work check, and the type of check you can carry out will vary according to the nature of the employee's immigration permission. A manual check involves doing things the old fashioned way, obtaining, checking, and taking copies of original documents. Manual checks are appropriate for British and Irish nationals and for all other cases where you're not actually required to carry out an online check.
Now, moving on to online right to work checks. Online right to work checks also involve three steps. As we're moving to an increasingly digitised immigration system, as Meg mentioned earlier, you'll probably find yourselves conducting online checks more and more regularly. In particular, you must conduct right to work checks on anyone with a biometric residence permit, biometrics residence card, anyone with an e visa, or anyone with pre settled or settled status under the EU settlement scheme.